giving game and knowledge. There could never be another. Now unwind, let's sip wine and confide in one another. Sex, Motherhood, and marijuana, love them like no other. They the ones that speak the truth from the party in the booth. And they so crazy, home my baby. I'm laughing home the daily. They the only few I know that never ever tried to play me. I'm still using gems that they gave me with my lady. Home my baby, this is crazy. These beautiful ladies always leave you smiling, never shaded. Moaning my root, we're going crazy in the booth. I gotta do it for them. They give love, I give it too. It's like this bitch is like that. MSM, they cross the map and they be breaking shit down them. I ain't never heard of that. Nigga, you ain't watched it. You how to touch your hella whack, and I'm only speaking facts. So sit back and roll a J and let them take the stress away.
It's true, they could take you out this world if they want it. I trust my mom, I know that she will always get me potent. Advice for the flowers, cause she deserves to smell them. And if you touch my mama the wrong way, I have to snuff them, cause she still get down, let's be real, that's why I'm here. And if no one would have your best interest, she come with care. And we got two with cotton roots, so got a chair. I let them know they're smoking, add some flavor to your ear. This for the mothers, this for the mothers. This for the mothers of sex and marijuana, This for the mothers, this for the mothers. This for the mothers of sex and marijuana.
Hey.
Hey! And for the record, Ruby always washes her pussy before the show. No, we're not just going to let the show start with her talking about she just washed her pussy today. No, her pussy is washed on a regular basis.
The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary.
Yes, the morning for the people.
That stuff.
I mean, shoot, we got. That's the disclaimer for what? Where you at? Motherhood, sex, marijuana, and a motherfucking building.
What's up?
What is good shit? I'm feeling good. Although I do have some body pains because yesterday I did go outside and barbecue and chow. Okay. New York's traveling to a New York City park via the train when the train is playing trial. It was a workout. I definitely feel like I worked out, but you know what? Because I'm a foodie and I love me some barbecue food, it was all worth it. So I'm feeling good. It's a good weekend. It's cooler. It's definitely cooler. And shoot, everybody is chilling. I got my drink, I got my weed, I got my girl in front of me right here. So shit. What's up with you? How you doing? Shit, even if it was a 40, the fuck. Go ahead, girl. How you doing?
You know what? And I want to say happy birthday to my son. He's 7 years old today. It's kind of why I was late. You know, we're partying it up, and I had to freshen up because I didn't want to come in looking like I was just throwing a party for a 7-year-old. So. Baby's happy.
Oh shit, that's right. Happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday to all the July birthdays, including me. Happy birthday, y'all, my friend. One more year, pandem. Yes, let's do it.
Yes. And so, you know what? I like to celebrate it like it's my birthday too, because you know what? I carried your ass, okay? So I can't wait to further elaborate on the whole carrying of babies and whatnot with our next guest. This is somebody who was introduced to me. Shout out to the homegirl. I had met this beautiful young lady, not our guest today, but her homegirl who introduced me to her because we were doing a show at the Strange Salon. Shout out to my homegirl Stephanie Strange. And so she had this like amazing team of people, and her name escapes me, but she goes by Emmy on Instagram. But anywho, she introduced me to this lovely lady that we're going to be talking to. And I can't wait for her to come up here and talk about herself. Is there anything that you wanted to share, Queen? I know that you guys were talking a little bit backstage.
Well, no, I definitely was getting to know her, and she's definitely comfortable and ready for our good conversation. Plus, you know what I mean? She also was glad to, be welcomed by her friend Meg, because she did say that her friend Meg was...
What's up, Meg?
Meg is...
That's her name.
Who introduced who introduced her to you and whatnot. So yes, we love it, and just the fact that because I also shared with her that for a hot second we didn't realize that she was the guest because we thought we didn't have a guest today. But the shoot, look here, the clouds cloud, girl. The clouds cloud, and you here, and we're here, and it's all here. But you know what I'm saying? So the producers is gonna bring you on after they play our commercial, of course, because we gotta give our shout out to the producers, our show, and of course hit like and subscribe, hit the motherfucking.
All right, Kai Storm in the building, Motherhood Sex Marijuana in the building, Motherhood Sex Marijuana Rolling Papers in the building. Currently located at Rustic Smokes here in the Brook of the Lynn. You can come and get your really, absolutely, yeah. Motherhood Sex Marijuana Rolling Papers right here. As you can see, we got hemp papers, we got colorful tips, and we got a crushing area. Yes, get yours now.
You know what's so funny? Me and the other girl that work here.
And I came in here, then I came back and talked to Franz. So it was like those are the only 2 times I met her. So
Shout out to Rustic.
shout out to Rustic Smokes. That's where we will be doing our season finale. So we looking forward to that. And yes, here is our guest. How you doing, Queen?
Doing so good. I'm so excited. I'm really like when Ruby came on and said what she said, I was like, this is the podcast to be on, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Got my weed all set up.
You know what I love about you before you get started and tell everybody that, I mean, you have such a following, so motherfuckers are gonna know you. But I think what stands out to me so much about you is that I can tell that you have a heart for this. I can tell that you care about people. I can tell that it's not just being a pretty girl with you. It's about just exploring the just beautiful things that make you unique, and I fucking love that. And so a shout out to Meg for introducing me. Eventually we're gonna link up because we in the circuit, baby. Come on, you guys are flowers, right? Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for noticing that. I was really excited to like do Instagram because it was a place for me to be creative and express this side of myself that I felt like could not be like taken easily here in real life, if that makes sense. Like people around me are like, oh, you're a little bit hard to chew, but Instagram for some reason ran with it. People like it on there on the internet for some reason. So it's fun to inspire people and be a little weird, you know?
That's what's up. That's what's up, because first of all, one thing we can say about social media is that, you know what I mean, you don't get shunned for being different. Like you could different could be definitely, you know what I'm saying, accepted, wanted, you know what I'm saying, be you know, welcomed and all of that. But for the people that don't know who you are, please tell us your name, tell us, you know, or what you do and what's good with you on your Instagram and why people are following you on Instagram.
Yeah, my name is Mariana. I go by Fairy Blood Mother on Instagram. I left what I thought was going to be my career. I was working at Trader Joe's thinking I would rise up the ranks and at some point do their marketing stuff. And things took a pivot and I left my job, started doing social media and didn't know what was going to happen. And then I decided, I was like, dude, I love smoking weed. Let's just talk about it and share it with people. And people started to really pick up on my content. I noticed because I started talking about things that were true to me in my experience. Like people don't assume that a mom who smokes weed is going to be successful, is going to want to try new things, have goals, want to stay responsible. And I was sharing that, and I was sharing it through humor, but also because I do say things pretty bluntly and with a lot of cuss words. I think that took people by surprise. Like, whoa, what are you saying? Like, and you're saying it with such spice, like, especially out here in Oregon, where I live. You know, it's like, yeah, like everyone's a little quiet about their opinions and kind of lets people be, but you know they want to say something to you, but they're just not gonna. So, being able to share how I felt, especially in a community that was always tiptoeing around the truth, was why I think I blew up on Instagram, because people have a lot of things to say and they relate to that. They relate to being like shunned for their choices without being accepted for the other things that they bring to the table, right? It's like, oh, I'm a mom and I go to the gym and I work a full-time job and I have goals, but the second I tell you I smoke weed, all of a sudden everything that I do that makes me a good person, that makes me a valuable person, is taken away, right? Like, and even if it wasn't any of those things, just a person that wanted to enjoy smoking weed, there's so much stigma that these people who want to smoke weed, they are someone different. They are frying their brain. They are not, like, a waste of space. At least that's how it was for me. And I'm like, nah, no, not true.
Girl, listen, you are speaking to the choir over here. Never mind, you are speaking to the foundation of this podcast. Never mind the fact that this is the message that we put out on a regular basis. That yes, we are productive women around here. We care about our kids. We brought them in the world. Not to just collect some sort of monies from fucking whatever, or to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we brought them in the world because we care about them. And yes, we care about the ganja intake, because hello, the ganja intake also keeps them alive, keeps us alive. It keeps the people outside alive. I'm just saying, there's a lot going on that weed does. And the ability to have a normal conversation about it is getting more popular based on legality of weed, based on people more accepting of weed. But you're right, when it comes to women, especially, we still are supposed to we supposed to remain prim and proper. We're not supposed to fuck more than 3 dudes. Oh, definitely never suck no more than 2 dicks. What happened? Wow, you sucking more than 2 dicks. What is this? So
wait, are we talking about one time or just in the span? I'm just kidding. We can talk about both, baby.
Because
you know what?
Different women, you know.
Oh my goodness, I could suck on a pussy too, but that's besides the point.
I mean, you see what I'm saying, though, Rue. The point is that we supposed to be remain some prim and proper ass little closed legs type of. We don't cuss, we don't have an opinion, and like I said, the fact that you suck more than 2 dicks makes you a whore. It makes you a whore, apparently. Never mind, you smoke weed.
Don't be a bad boy, okay?
I mean, be a good whore. Suck at least 4
I love whores. It's okay. Oh. I want to tell Mariana, though, like, I really salute you because you're not afraid to talk about the tough things. You're not afraid to talk about mental health issues. And I can tell. I can just tell by your personality. So how has cannabis use or microdosing helped you with your mental health journey?
I'm actually so happy that we're going to get into this, because I've become a huge advocate for these alternative medicines, especially in the face of like pharmaceuticals. Personally, especially being a mom, I didn't know that I had like postpartum depression. It took me a while to like understand that was going on in my mind and my body. Thankfully, I was introduced to weed after giving birth to my son, and I didn't realize like there was a connection, but I was all of a sudden feeling happy to go to work, happy to be a mom. Like, everyone says when you have a baby, you're all of a sudden going to be like complete and whole and fulfilled. And I really reject that idea, because it's like my purpose is always going to be one of service in today's society, right?
Come on,
right? And it's like, oh, I'm not actually happy because I just gave birth. And people assume that you're not the kind of mom that should even have a child, a loving mom, because you don't feel that happiness, that joy. And I really struggled with that, because I was like, how am I supposed to show up to my family with a new baby and act like this is the greatest thing of my life when this was honestly the hardest time in my life. My son's dad and I had a really poor relationship, so I really leaned on using weed. In that time, it was a coping mechanism because I didn't understand how it was helping me, and I used it for years. And then I was introduced to microdosing, and I started to learn the difference between mushrooms and cannabis, and that's when I started to realize how cannabis was also helping my mind, because I learned about how mushrooms would interact with your serotonin, which is like your joy neurotransmitter, right? So I said, okay, that's very interesting. So what does weed do? And weed with CBD and THC has both dopamine and serotonin enhancing things. Well, I don't know science words. I'm just throwing out big science words, but really it's with your dopamine and your serotonin. So I'm thinking it's making me feel good on purpose. Like these things there's actual chemical changes in my brain. And then it led me to studying like my moods, especially as a woman, and understanding that I have a menstrual cycle. I get my period, bro. Like I'm not full of energy. When I smoke on my period, it doesn't give me that like energetic excitement that sativa usually does. So what is that? And it really helped me dive deeper into what was going on in my body, because a lot of my issue was my disconnection from mind and body. I'm thinking I'm depressed, I'm sad, and I'm tired. I don't know what's going on. But I was also neglecting my body so much that it wasn't helping me, if that made any sense.
Anyway, definitely.
It
makes absolute sense.
Yeah, right.
It makes absolute sense, because think about it. As when you first have a baby, I mean, at least my first child, the first thing I started it's like I started realizing right then and there, like this was a responsibility of mine. I mean, yes, it kind of sounds a little silly, but at the same time, it's like she was in my belly, but she wasn't really, an entity to me until she was in my hands, right? Until she was actually in front of me, crying, pissing, and shitting and shit. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute, this person is this. I'm responsible for this motherfucker here, like this. Like if something happens to this person, I'm gonna be the first one that needs to have answers to it.
Right.
So that alone, if you don't, you know what I mean, if you don't gravitate to that feeling right away, and then if then when you realize that if that, you know what I'm saying, you might dead ass feel like some depression, like, oh shit, like well, I didn't sign up for this. I thought that this was going to be good, or I thought I was, or like you said, if you're in a relationship where, you know what I mean, you think that person might jump in and help you. You thinking like how you see on TV. Like in my situation, I thought that he would be one person to jump in and help, but it was like my first realization of this is your responsibility and only your responsibility was the first couple of nights after my first child was home, and all I wanted to do was take a fucking shower. When I tell you, all I wanted to do was take a fucking shower and wash my hair in peace. And I'm in the middle of washing my hair, and this motherfucker's in the bathroom like, the baby crying. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you can't do something? And it was valid. And his ass was looking at me like, you need to hurry up and get out the shower because the baby crying. And I'm just like, and in that minute, it made me realize, like, no, that's all you, baby. He ain't going, no. He gonna back the fuck up and let you have it. So therefore,
and you have to give a fuck too, because if you don't give a fuck, then no one gives a fuck, right? In that situation.
And literally, it was the point of getting out the shower. It was the point of getting out the shower and just, accepting that that's all you. And in that midst, depression and all of that could kick in. You know what I mean?
That could be some patriarchy thing too. Some machismo thing where someone thinks it's a role situation. But I was gonna say, we don't talk about the mental health shit enough, because I'm gonna share this. Out of the 3 children that I gave birth to, there was one that I will not say on here that I didn't feel any connection to. I didn't even want to see them until I didn't even see them until 2 days after giving birth.
Oh wow, yeah.
So there was certain situations that kind of helped that to happen. That were very traumatic in itself, but there was such a disconnection because my mental health was all fucked up. So I love that Mariana shared her experience of the realness, because I feel like since that moment, I've been a better mom to these individuals. But if I had not been honest about, hey, I actually don't want to fuck with you right now, it's kind of repulsive because I don't feel like myself in my skin. I feel depressed. I feel like because especially if you're a person who usually has all the answers and all the responsibility, and then when it's in your time of inability, motherfuckers are just looking at you like, well, what's wrong with you? And so I think I was like a hairline away from losing it. So I feel like there was a lot of like growth in that moment, because I'm like, and then when I finally saw my child, I'm like, hey, I felt awkward. I didn't feel the natural, you know what I mean? Thing. So it really fucked me up, but we don't talk about that enough, or we don't talk about it from a personal standpoint. And not saying that everybody experiences this, but if someone's watching this right now, and if you felt these feelings, just know that you really are not alone. And that I think one thing that's healing that has worked for us is that you need a support system. This podcast is a support system. It is actually started out very homemade between Kai and I and some people that don't even know how to run a podcast. And now we got producers and we got these cool motherfuckers that are here having real conversations. And so to me, this will always be a dream come true. And so thank you for that. I also want to get in your panties a little bit, because we got to get up in there. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. How we ain't fucking,
No, I'm not wanting to do it, bro.
What's dating like for you right now, Mariana?
Oh man, so I have a boyfriend currently. I will say that there was some craziness with that, and he is 56 years old. He is older than me. Yeah, first boyfriend I've ever had that is this old. And it's been an experience, which is why I say, like, we talk a lot about where our relationship stands. And he's a kind of man that if I were to say today I want to be friends, he would respect that friendship and still show up with love for me. And like, that has been a very interesting experience for me in dating, because before I've attracted some men who really like don't give a fuck about me. I don't know why I even like looking back at it now, I'm like, how did I even end up in a relationship like that? Knowing who I am, like, why did I try so hard to be with someone who like showed me they didn't like me over and over and over again? And so I, dated this man who 20 years older than me, still was able to show up for me the way that I hoped someone in my peer group would, right? And he's taught me a lot about. Yeah, he's a great man. He is a great man. He is.
I like sex with older men. How has that been different for you?
Oh, dude, it's been fun. Like, okay, this is the best sex I've ever had. Like, and all these like young men have say so much about how they're going to do it good, mama, and all this like shit. Like, they never ever talked like that. He like, I honestly thought he was like super vanilla, which me, like, I'm like, I can get down. I'll show you like some things. I don't mind getting like more in control. But he like just wasn't. He didn't have a dirty mind. He just wasn't like running around with like his fucking dick up and like I need to.
He wasn't boastful about it. He wasn't boastful about it. He was like, you know what? I'm not even finna tell you. I'm gonna just show you, girl. Nah, I'm gonna show you, girl. I'm about to show you
about like pleasure women first. I've always been about that. It's like
exactly.
women first.
That's the main thing I wanted to make sure that you
We
said. Because,
yeah.
and thank you for saying it, because listen, I have done it. And first of all, my first daughter's father was 20 years older than me. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it G.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I did explain that he was an asshole when I gave birth to my first daughter. So that's to show you. But one of the things I wanted to talk about was the fact that yes, when you sometimes older men, when you're in a relationship with an older man, they are, first of all, they because they're experienced, they know that it's about pleasuring the woman. If she is pleased, then you are pleased. If she is pleased, you are fucking pleased. So
and you should find pleasure because being pleased.
Yes, exactly. And then the
Like,
fact is that like you said, he didn't. Shit. Exactly. I want you to be down there acting like it's a fucking meal. Like it's a meal. It's a meal. And when I'm pushing you away from the meal, you're like, no, I still want some. I'm still hungry. You're right. You should be hungry. Stay hungry, motherfucker.
The more we want it. Keep it coming.
Exactly. You know, and then on top of the fact is like, listen, he's pleasing you. He's not braggadocious about it, and he's confident that what he put down, you gonna definitely remember it, and you did,
I did. You know.
That's what's up, Uncle Bean, Uncle Lubno, whoever. We can't say your name. You fucking up the highs just making people say your name, but that's what's up.
If you're at 56 years old, I want to see what that dick do. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Let me reel it back. I'm just kidding. Mariana got me excited. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of men out there. They're just not in my peer group, apparently.
But no, let's talk about how did y'all meet? Because I'm thinking, I mean, I don't want to guess, but I'm thinking that y'all met in some sort of face-to-face space rather than online.
Yeah, okay. We worked together at we built at Trader Joe's, and we built a friendship first. He smoked with me, and this is what like led into our like flirtatious weird tension before we actually started dating. Was when I told him, I said, hey, I'm spending a lot of time with you, dude, and I got shit that I need to do. Like I have goals. And he said, okay, like how can I spend time with you? I said, I need to be walking. I go to the gym. I need to do this. He goes, let me come with you. And he started to do these things with me to like spend time with me. And also so that I can like achieve my goals. And he spent all of his time with me. I actually live at his house right now. And there's renovations that we need to do. And he told me, he's like, I just forgot about all the work I had to do because I wanted to spend time with you. And I said, I like that. I like that pursuit, you know, of like, I'm not going to text and call you and find out when you're free. I'm going to show up where you are so I can just be there, you know, do what you got to do. If you're not free, I'll make my time for you. I'm like, okay.
That's that grown man shit.
That's that grown man shit. Really and like you said, the little boys, aka men in your peers, were not coming off that. They were coming off with, I care about me, and you have somebody that said, no, I care about you. I wouldn't know about what's going on with you.
He's really sweet. He actually makes me feel like that like little girl inside who gets excited because of her fairy tale romance is coming true. Like that's how it feels right now. I'm like, oh my God. He's a sweet man. And Meg knows him too. And you know, it's funny because like her and I talked a lot about like relationships and just how do I go with somebody who is so much older than me, and like how does that look to people around me? Like what are they going to say? And then I realized, I said, I'm literally stopping myself from loving somebody because of other people who don't even like me. It doesn't make sense. So
exactly. And that was going to lead to my next question too, because I was going to say, like, have you introduced him to your family, your son? How that work now?
My family does not know about him. Well, like my mom and dad don't. My brothers do. I have 3 younger brothers, all very accepting, all get along with him. My son does as well. Actually, he was very kind to make space for him, my son and I to move in here in this house and like build a life together. So it's been pretty nice. But yeah, like he knows my son, he knows my 3 brothers. I don't introduce him to my parents because my parents are a little whack, bro. Like I feel like most of my strive for or my passion for wanting to talk about mental health, talk about like the weed and stuff and being a mom and the realities of that is because of my own parents and my experience as a child with them. And I'm like, dude, like if honestly, if they smoked, if they just like relaxed a little bit, I feel like so much of my childhood, my brother's childhood, their own personal lives would have been so much better. You know, everybody would have been happy.
Yeah, and if they didn't smoke, maybe their perceptions about the medication and the plant, you know, because I've actually struggled with this. I still struggle with it with my mom. I'm 43 now. And she just recently we had a situation where boundaries had to be put. And it was to the space of I felt proud of myself because rather than resulting to like a 12-year-old girl again frustrated because my mom's not understanding me, it was kind of like, okay, I see you, I'm gonna be over here and I'm gonna ask that you just let me be. And I had also told my siblings, like, because we have a tendency of like, you know, family over everything, which yes, of course, but to what cost? And if we're just going to sweep things under the rug and people aren't going to be taking accountability, I don't care whose parent you are, then what the fuck is going on? And I'm not going to teach my kid that. And so I love that it wasn't explosive, but it was very clear. And I had also asked my siblings not to get involved with trying to push that together, you know what I mean, just out of respect for my space. And so I think, dude, and after that, for real, all this like cool shit just happened in my life. Like my relationship with my aunt is even stronger. She's my other mom. She flew me out to California so that I could pretty much have a great time. And I'm helping my cousin with my stuff, but the whole thing's a party, so I can't complain. And I got to, you know, chill with some people that I love very much. So, and then all this like other cool shit, relationships with my siblings are getting tighter because we're realizing the importance of what you just said, the importance of not passing that, the importance of respecting each other's boundaries. Like just because I have a daughter doesn't mean I own her life. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'd be a fucked up person, right? So thank you. That's dope. Okay, so what about what are your thoughts on other drug, like, you know, have you experienced with other drugs before? And do you have any negative experiences about that to share?
I haven't experienced any like hard drugs. Like I've done alcohol, and I do stand by the fact that that's a drug to me. Because of my experience with alcohol.
Facts.
And I, you know, grew up everybody normalizing alcohol, a lot of drinking in my family, and so I didn't know how it was hurting me in any way, shape, or form. Right? It's a party thing, but my experience with that, you know, and socially acceptable, you know, and I had like this one night that made me stop drinking. I had blacked out, and I blacked out with a group of friends who I thankfully was able to trust at the time. And I blacked out in my bathroom, and I didn't remember anything that happened until the next morning. They told me like I went to the bathroom. I guess I like passed out. Don't know if I hit my head or anything. And they had to like shower me, and it was a mess. I was messy. This is years ago, but you know, and that is when I really woke up and realized, what the fuck am I doing? Like if I get really drunk at a family gathering or something, and I lose control of myself to a point where I don't know what's happening to me, and I can't trust people around me, like, and I have a son, that could go downhill so bad. So my experience with alcohol really like woke me up to just how I wanted to live my life and how I wanted to show up in the world, especially as a mom. Like I will say, like, being a mom did change my mindset of like who I wanted to be. It didn't give me this like fulfillment of now I'm complete, but it encouraged me to want to be better, to want to show up as something that my son can look up to and be like, I like this person, you know, like even if I wasn't mom, he can look at me and be like, I like you. I want, you know, you're somebody that I would say I can look up to. And I think that's, you know, when a little kid doesn't like to talk to you, I feel like that's a real offensive thing, you know?
I mean, shit, especially if you gave birth to the motherfucker and you feeding the motherfucker on a regular basis.
Exactly.
Like you got the nerve to call yourself giving me the silent shoulder? Fuck out of here. But no, one thing I'm glad that you said it was that alcohol, no, because alcohol has always been normalized as a regular thing. I can even think to, you know, some plantations. I call jobs plantations, by the way. I can think of plantations where, you know, they'll have a full bar, and you know what I'm saying, they'll be, you know what I'm saying, they'll do, you know, mimosas at breakfast and whatnot. And it's like, but if I turn around, if I come in here smelling a little piney, you got an issue with me. And it's like, and it's like, why is alcohol more comfortable than my little green plant? You know what I mean? And like you said, with me, I could smoke all day, all night. Ain't nothing finna happen that I don't know what I'm gonna happen with. But when it comes to any brown or yellow or green, any level of liquor, we are in danger. And as women, you know what I'm saying, we definitely get taken advantage of under whatever level of Hennessy, the Tito, whoever the fuck he is. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. So no. Alcohol, it should not be welcomed. It should definitely could be looked at as a drug, and should not be welcomed as the better level versus weed, especially when, like I said, I've never known anybody just lose themselves while being high as fuck. We high as fuck. We know what the fuck is going on. We know how to get home. We know how to get there. We know how to get to the fridge. We know how to get to the store with the best ass sandwiches. Let's be real. We know how to get to where we need to go. But liquor could be all kinds of, you know what I'm saying, liquor poisoning, you puking, you looking some type of way, you could be getting taken advantage of, all kind of shit that we don't recommend around here. No, we don't recommend around here.
It's like in the conversations of, like, I remember talking, I'll like say these same things to my nephews, you know, who are of age to drink and who, you know, understand the social acceptance of it. But I think this is where the magic is, where we unlearn certain things and we share with, you know, with each other things that are working. I actually love microdosing. I've mentioned that here before. It's something that I didn't it wasn't tied to wanting to better my mental health. I was just trying to party, you know. I have definitely experienced with a lot of drugs, more than I care to admit. But what I will say is that I'll be the first to be like, well, this is what this has done for me, and this is what this is better because. And so, like, if I'm sharing it with like my nieces and nephews, it's the same shit that I would say on here. And so I think whoever's watching this, we're not advocating for drugs at all. In fact, I wish I didn't even smoke weed, but it benefits me so much. And the research that I've personally done helps me to realize that this is actually a beneficial thing. Now, the vehicle that I use, which is smoking, I prefer to smoke once. Maybe that's not the best option. But lo and behold, there's other ways to ingest, right? And so those have been very like fun things to learn. Like while we like interview different people, different ways. I want to fuck with some tinctures because I love to cook, and so I'm thinking, or whatever, you know, different. I want to make my own edibles, but in a savory way, because it's too dangerous for me to do baked goods. So if I'm gonna have to cook anyway, I do want to do that. So if you know any recipes or anything, please share it. You said that you're in Oregon. What part of Oregon are you talking about?
Tigard, Oregon. It's like where Portland is. Portland. It's
oh my God, girl! I'm in Portland. Oh my God. And so I also wanted to let you know we do have a season finale coming up. The 26th of July will be in New York in my homegirl's neighborhood in Brooklyn. So if you know anybody out there, please shout us out. If you can go yourself, we'd be happy to have you or anyone else watching here. And so I also want to ask you about
but hold up. That's a good question, girlfriend. Have you ever been to New York?
No, it's on my vision board though.
Oh my God.
I gotta go.
Oh my God. Well
that's
again,
all the sexy New Yorkers, man. I love y'all.
Girl, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, because I said this to you before the show started, that yes, the best time to be in New York is during the summertime because again, yes, it's hot, but it's a lot of free shit going on.
Yeah.
And yes, if you're looking for fineness, but then again, you got a boyfriend. What am I saying? I'm not trying to recommend nobody. That's not me. But what I'm saying is some eye candy running around these streets. It's some eye candy running around these streets.
You know what? Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is, but the swag in New York is very similar to the swag in but different, right? Than in California. Because when I go to Cali, I'm just like, damn, everybody's fine. I was like, I just forget how, you know what I mean? But another thing I've noticed is that there's a lot of image and how you look. And I think that's kind of more what it is, maybe. There is a
New York is definitely very New York is definitely full of very fashion. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we will wear Christian Dior and ride the train. We will wear Christian Dior and ride the train. First of all, we will wear Christian Dior and hop the train. Fuck you mean? Fuck paying motherfucking MTA. Fuck paying MTA. Fuck them. All the way, fuck them. Never mind. Yes, that's how
we're not paying MCA when we go out there, girl.
New Yorkers will.
Just like I don't pay Trinet when I go out here.
Bro, it's wild. Any train station, I don't give a fuck if it's this side, that side. The train is a wild place, bro.
It should be fucking free. I'm sorry. I don't know what is going on with these greedy people.
I used to ride I used to do so much shit for free. Actually, I still do. But I have lived my life where if I don't get in trouble, I don't get in trouble. And my friend told me this. He said, most of the time, you're just going to get fined. So if you can do the fine, you're cool.
See, in New York, that's a little tricky because the you know what I'm saying, these police will go the extra route to search your name, and if you've gotten a couple of these, they look at you and go, oh no, you must ride downtown. You must take the ride downtown route because you are looking like you have a couple of these and we don't like this.
The ones down here, I'm just whatever. To be honest,
so I myself try to keep out of the eyes of the people, but best believe I am of the people that say fuck MTA, fuck MTA. Fuck MTA.
I don't know if it's so funny, but it is.
It is.
Bro, you're hella funny, dude.
Before what is it? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was you're why I want to go to New York, dude. Because over here, people are low-key kind of quiet, and if I'm they're just kind of quiet and calm, It's
but see, think about it.
Serial killers out here, Mariana.
What?
There are also serial killers out in the Pacific Northwest. New York have all my respect because they will cuss you out in your face and they'll beat your ass in your face.
Yeah, listen. I mean, from the few minutes that you have spent with me right here on this screen, you can tell that I was out of place in Seattle. No, I was out of place.
No, they were out of place.
And then when I met this one, I mean, literally, you can tell that I was looking at the first time I met her, I was like, girl.
She didn't want to fuck with me, and now look at us, besties.
Because this is New York all day. Like, what? Girl.
There's some of us out here. But,
Girl.
you know, I feel like I for a long time I was like, I was born in the wrong state, but I don't know. Maybe I was meant to shake things up over here.
You are. I love that.
Like, y'all need to wake up. Hello. Live a little.
Speaking of shaking things up, if you were to create a webinar for people who didn't believe in motherhood, sex, or marijuana, what are some key elements that you would teach?
Ooh, this is good. If I had a webinar, like convince people to believe it, or just like
not so convince, but educate them who that were totally against the subject matter.
Yes, I would talk about. I would bring up all the education on women's health, because I think that for one, our women's health is not studied enough. So, and I have like my own like studies that aren't from school, because I also don't really believe that school's going to teach me everything about women's body as well. So I would educate women's health and how our biologies are completely different than that of a man, like born woman, born man, and how these biologies, if we treat them with the right respect and with the right, if we're educated with our biology, then we can build a better world. And I think I would talk about the reproductive system and why, and like how our body and physiology is connected to spirituality. And because I think that a lot of our societal issues as women is because of the church, of like the Christian push that there's one type of woman, and is that of service, and she is at home and she is a baby maker. And I would want to talk about like spirituality and how like the divine feminine shows up in our body, and how with education on our biology and by treating it right, by allowing women to rest when they get their periods and eating the foods that we need to eat, because we're not like men. We don't eat chicken, rice, and broccoli every single day and we're fine. Like we have different nutrients that we need. And I would really just dive in on women's health. I think that most of the issues surrounding like people smoking weed and motherhood and like sex in general, like women having sex in general, is because people don't know about women. They think that women are just like objectified, dramatic people. And now we're entering a world where we can have the conversation, but we still don't understand. Now it's like, oh, well, women want this now, like women want to dominate men. But no, you're missing the point. You're not understanding women. You're looking at women through societal eyes still. You're not getting down to the basics of what makes a woman at our biological core, our physiological core, how we connect to spirituality different than men. You know, so I would talk a lot about that, women's health, all the way, 100%.
That's fucking right. Nice. And you should charge $299 for it.
Period. I should.
No, but you know what though? Because I just realized that you hit a point, because you said you started smoking weed after you had your son. So what do you feel about women that smoke weed during pregnancy?
I think that for every woman who knows their body and knows their baby best, I think that there's enough education now to understand how it helps the endocannabinoid system. It helps, like when you're under that kind of stress, and
facts,
especially because this is the thing that I think that people don't realize with postpartum depression. It's not just a mental thing. It's the fact that you literally lose something that you grew for 9 months. When you lose an arm and a leg, nobody's going to look at you and think, well, at least you get a prosthetic on your arm. At least you can walk around with or at least you get a wheelchair. Like no one is excited for you, obviously. But when you have a baby, people forget that you went through a physical trauma. You had something, it is now gone, and your body, your brain does not understand that. And so I think that smoking weed during pregnancy, and this is unfounded science, but this is just what I have learned, but I think it can help people like go through that trauma and go through it with peace and clarity. And it's not as much to the body, because you're balancing your body the whole way there, especially if you use weed like intentionally to like connect with yourself. You can really help yourself through pregnancy. You know, the whole thing, pregnancy, being a mother, the whole 9 yards, can be really shitty if you're just raw dogging it, honestly. And then they're
Yeah.
like,
Not for nothing. And that's the part that people we absolutely want to stress with people, because you know what I mean? Because people automatically think, yeah, you're pregnant and everything is just glowing and fucking nice. No, you go through. No, you fucking lose weight from fucking puking at every fucking thing.
Trying not
never
to
mind.
die.
Yeah, never mind you trying to keep fluids. Never mind when you start eating things, you got to figure out what you can eat from what you can't eat. And then you got somebody telling you, oh, you eat too much sugary shit, you might get gestational diabetes. So now you got to talk to a nutritionist every 2 minutes and eat more fucking kale. And it's like, bitch, I don't like kale. Fuck you. I don't want a kale. The hell? I don't want the fucking kale. I want to eat the fucking hot dog with the fucking Nick. Fuck you. Is what I'm gonna tell you when I get I want to eat something. You know what I'm saying? And literally, because I shit all 3 times gestational diabetes because I ate what the fuck I wanted. I fuck her. And they always assign me because they always assign me some skinny little, half a pound fucking nutritionist at 19, and she Jewish and shit, and I'm looking at her like, bitch, fuck you, I don't care about whatever you're telling me to eat. I'm gonna eat what the fuck I wanna. Shut up.
Women's health is important, y'all, and you hit it right on the nail, Mariana.
And never mind, psychologically, you feel like, you know what I'm saying, as you're taking care of yourself, if weed is part of that program and you're taking care of yourself, you that is also part of the mental health, because you gotta be mentally healthy in order to carry the pregnancy, in order to be in tune with the baby. So to know when it's not moving every 2 hours, like they say, and to pay attention. And you know what I'm saying, if all of a sudden you start leaking water, you gotta go somewhere. You know what I mean? You gotta be you in order to do all of that, you gotta be mentally healthy, and whatever it fucking takes to get to that mental health, do that shit. Fuck what that bitch say. Because that bitch, the doctor, the nutritionist, the nurse, none of them bitches are living your life, is living in your body. That is the rule over here.
As your guide. Yeah. And then I was gonna say too, this is my first, I've been a single parent, or a parent that happens to be single, for like about 4 years. Before you met your partner, what was like the biggest challenge when it comes to raising your child with someone that you weren't in love with anymore?
Oh, yeah. I think that being able to understand that love can exist without the romance, and that our child was made out of some sort of love at some point. We did have a connection at some point, and to get over the ending and know that this is a new chapter, like I didn't have to live in this mindset that it was over for me. And like he was able to get in a relationship pretty quickly, and at first I was pretty bitter about it, because I said, like, I want to heal, I want to be, and like I think it took a lot of time away from my son and raising him, because I was so focused on these other things that weren't happening for me. So it was really hard to like be with my son when I felt this much envy for his dad. But then when I understood, like, no, I love my son all the way, 100%, right? And that means I have to have some love for his father and for the choices he's making now as an adult, as a human being with his own free will. And accepting that had really helped with raising my son, because all of a sudden now I saw my son with 100% joy. I wasn't looking at my son as like, something that as because I think subconsciously I saw my son as a reminder of a broken family, because in an older version of me, I thought that if I didn't make the relationship work right, who am I as a woman? I'm a single mom now, and I was a teen mom too. And so that, and like, just all of it in my head looked really bad, even though that's not true. That was just society pinning down on me. And when I started to take the focus out of what society looked, or how society would label me and identify me, and started to see like what my life really was, that's when things got better. I my son's dad who found his soulmate. I could be happy about that because that meant my son is going to go to a home where there's love. I saw freedom for myself. Like I get to be a mom, but I don't have to like put up with being with a man. Like we co-parent, yes, but I can live my own life and have my own goals, and it doesn't have to be like subjected around his dad. And so it's funny because a lot of the like focus on me and making sure I was okay helped me raise my son better. It like came as a byproduct of that. Like when I was okay here, then I showed up for him with full attention and full of like love. Like I'm here for you, dude. You know, I'm not. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
low key, you taught him a lesson. Low key, you taught him a lesson too. You know what I'm saying? Low key, you taught him how to deal with, you know, in his future relationships, no matter what they are, whether, you know what I'm saying, whoever, you know, his person is, he can see by example how to, you know, how to respond in such situations, you know what I mean, based on how he saw you respond, you know what I mean? Because all of that, not for nothing, just when we think they're not paying attention, they definitely are paying attention.
24/7.
I will say,
so,
huh?
Go ahead.
I was just saying that he was like a lot better as a like his attitude and tantrums and stuff ceased when his dad and I were able to just put things aside and co-parent with, you know, kindness. Yeah. And
that's
he's
a
so
luxury.
smart. Yeah.
That's
it's
a
awesome.
blessing.
It's a blessing. I think like I'm just so thankful that I have the right people. I feel like I've had the right people in my life that this can happen, you know, like my son's dad chose well with women. His girlfriend is like an amazing woman to my son. I see her more than I see my son's dad. So that's a blessing. It's truly, yeah, it's good.
It does say something to your maturity. So thank you for that example. There's too many bitter baby mamas.
I've seen
and then
it.
one of the things I like to say is everything happened for a reason. You know what I mean? So if it worked out like that, that means that your son has a genuine, productive, and loving, you know, environment around him. So you know what I mean? Yeah. And you are a better person for it. And like I said, low key, you teaching him a lesson. You teaching him how to deal with relationships in the future with whoever he has relationships with.
All of you guys are. He has a good circle. And I need your advice as to, because like I'm very skeptical about relationships right now. And there are a couple of people that I fancy. Okay. But I think I'm keeping this protective shield because of my PTSD. So I feel like it's just easier for me to just be like, nope, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to chill. So do you think that would you recommend that I continue to do that? Or do you think I should give relationships a chance?
I recommend you taking time for yourself to understand your fear to give relationships a chance. Because I love think that.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And you like, I can feel your energy. You seem like somebody who will get like to the root of people. You know, you're not playing games. You want to really know people for their mind and their personality. And I think that intention alone will carry you, you know, because a lot of people want surface level stuff, but I feel like those are the wrong people to grow with. In my opinion, you want to grow, you need someone who can like have those deeper conversations with you, who can like open up and be able to get real and vulnerable, because we all have shit, you know, and everyone is scared. But why you're scared is going to help you a lot, because you can't get rid of fear. I think, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like,
and I love Mariana.
And you know what,
I'm talking about.
You know what, though, Ru? You also ooze that I ain't got time for that bullshit. Okay, as husband, he got to pass by. Anyway,
okay,
but no, you also ooze. I ain't got time for that bullshit. And that's
Yeah.
the point.
This is true.
Well, as we grow up, we ooze a certain vibe around us. And when we don't have time for that bullshit, we don't have time that shit comes out our face, our pores. Fuck out of here. It's all shit. Listen, you can tell I grew up with fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even born in New York. I was born in Panama. You know what I'm saying? But so my natural Caribbean, you know what I'm saying, upbringing said, no, no play with me. Me not in that don't play with me, please. Thank you.
What did Doja Cat say? Play with my pussy. Don't play with my emotions. That pussy said, y'all.
And if you're gonna play with her, you better make sure you have good intentions, because both she and me gonna be looking at you like, what we doing here? No, because we can do it by ourselves. We don't really need you. No, we are self-sufficient, self-clothes and skirt sufficient. Excuse. What happened? So if you come around here, you gotta have good intention. And again, we don't give a fuck. We don't have time for that fuck shit.
I don't care about your money, honey. I just want your soul.
Like we figuring it out on our own that we really don't have time for that fuck shit, and that's what you.
And you know what? I am in love with myself more. You feel me? I'm dating myself
as you
more.
should be.
What she said
As
is
you
absolutely
should be.
right.
The fuck?
I'm discovering these like nooks and crannies. No pun intended. I'm just so.
And as you love you dislike the fuck shit. Like, ew, what?
Yeah.
Back security.
You know, perimenopause is a thing, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, less impressed. Oh my goodness, Mariana! I wish we could talk to you for like another couple hours. Like you're fun. We love you so much. For real.
I love you guys. But go ahead and tell your social media. We'll make sure and drop your information because like I said, girl, we and somehow the clouds had clouded and we forgot you was coming. So, but yes, but yes, homegirl, you in the building. Tell the people how to find you on social media, and we'll make sure to drop that in the description.
Yes, I'm on Instagram and on TikTok at this exact link, fairybud.mother. I have random accounts, but those are the main ones. But yeah, you can find me on there. I'm gonna start a YouTube soon, talking more about controversial shit. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Send us the link and make sure and we'll make sure and subscribe to it. And yes, invite us on the show. And of course, anything going on with you are now family, girlfriend. So anything going on with you. Mariana's come back and tell us what is going on. Yes, Mariana, you can always come back here and tell us what is going on with you.
Yes. And your son's so lucky to have you as a mama.
Thank you.
Definitely,
so much.
Definitely. Everybody around your son is definitely a happy entity around him, and he should definitely be thankful and make sure and give you plenty of gifts come Mother's Day and birthday and all of that. Hush.
I'm gonna make sure to pass the message real quick.
No. Make sure, like, hey, you know when mommy birthday coming? No, save your little coins. Mommy birthday coming.
You can also be a good boy. You know, I'm sure she loves mommy.
No, celebrate mommy. Mommy is the reason why you're in the world. Celebrate me. Celebrate me. Hey.
Oh, man, bro. Oh my goodness.
But yes, girl, thank you for coming.
Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so
much.
Thank
you so much. Appreciate you, Queen. Hit that cash app, everybody.
Hit that cash app. Make sure and visit our website. Make sure and check us next week.
And we Fairy Bud Mother's cash app too. You know what I'm saying? We need some money around here.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our producers. Shout out to our producers, Logic, and Hollywood.
Dr. DJ Hollywood. We love
all
you.
Of us. Shout out to me. Shout out to Rue. Shout out to the show. Keep it cute in the motherfucking comments. And yes, definitely be in the building July 26th at motherfucking Rustic Smokes. Yes,
DJ
indeed.
Dr.
We're doing it
Hollywood.
big in Rustic Smokes. Yes, indeed. On July 26th, we're going to be in the building. We're going to have a great old time.
I need a
And
Knicks jersey.
Girl, Knicks jerseys. Of course, Knicks jerseys. You know how much money them things cost? Girl, let me tell you. But yes, come through and go to MSG to get it because the NBA store is ridiculous. There's no reason.
Mariana, you rock.
But yes, Mariana, you rock. We love you so much. Thank you for being on the show. And of course, Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana in the motherfucking building. Always in the motherfucking building. Yeah.
Storm in the building. Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the building.
Why are you talking like that on the YouTube? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Loopy, please. I tell you, Loopy. I love you, Mom.
What's going on? What's happening? Who in the building? We still the illest with the sickest. Ain't no sickness, super healthy. Like Cheech and Chong, hit a bong, got some joints too. MSM, paper slow burn, greener than long. We be on YouTube, blasting our own theme song. We been gone against the grind. Like gluten-free cupcakes for PTA Zoom. We champion. Highlighting stars like we coming out the dark. Bring forth some light, we too grown to fight inside. Plus we be high and raising kids and our vibes. Cats have lost their lives in the plight to find, in the peace inside. Our minds open like wide, receive downloads from on high. Costume and Ruby doll, who else is on our mind? Fries, Maya Moni with the tribe vibes, let's get it. Another season cheese and no gold grill needed. Oh, greasy grins, we on the grind. The perfect reason, semen to take flight. Motherhood, sex, marijuana is on the ride. Motherhood, sex, marijuana is on the rise. Motherhood, sex, marijuana is on the rise. You know what? Can we get all the sexy lesbians to come up in front?
Who me?
Come on, queens. Come on, show them how we do it. Yeah.
This is for the mothers, they some cold motherfuckers. Though they're giving game and knowledge, there could never be another. Now unwind, let's sip wine and confide in one another. Sex, Motherhood, and marijuana, love them like no other. They the ones that speak the truth, from the party in the booth. And they so crazy, home my baby, him laughing on the daily. They're the only few I know that never ever tried to play me. I'm still using gems that they gave me with my lady, home my baby. This is crazy, these beautiful ladies. Always leave you smiling, never shaded. Moaning my root, we're going crazy in the booth. I gotta do it for them, they give love, I give it too. It's like this bitch is like that. MSN, they cross the map and they be breaking shit down them. I ain't never heard of that. Nigga, you ain't watched it. You how to touch, you hella whack, and I'm only speaking facts. So sit back and roll a jet, you let them take the stress away.
It's true, they could take you out this world if they want it. I trust my mom, I know that she will always get me potent. Have I sow the flowers cause she deserves to smell them. And if you touch my mama the wrong way, I have to snuff them. Cause she still get down, let's be real, that's why I'm here. And if no one will have your best interest, she come with care. And we got two with cotton roots, so got a chair. I let them know they're smoking, add some flavor to your ear. This for the mothers, this for the mothers. This for the mothers of sex and marijuana, This for the mothers, this for the mothers. This for the mothers of sex and marijuana, MSM, This for the mothers, this for the mothers. This for the mothers of sex and marijuana, This for the mothers, this for the mothers. This for the mothers of sex and marijuana, MSM, MSM,